For that, we fight here!
He who stands and fights will be remembered!
For Germania!
Welcome to Ancient Military Tactics, a channel dedicated to providing visual representation of how ancient militaries operated and waged war, going into detail about the real tactics they used to win battles, and showing you, the viewer, how this would have looked in ancient times. In this video, we will be describing the ancient battle of Teutoburg Forest that took place in about 9 AD. This battle was fought between the Romans and the tribes of Germania. After this crushing battle took place, the Romans never again regained dominion over the Germanic territories east of the Rhine River. The Roman forces were led by Publius Quinctilius Varus, and the Germanic forces were led by Arminius of the Cheruscan Germanic tribe. Oddly enough, Arminius was actually a former Roman officer of Varus's very own auxilia. Arminius had been taken to Rome, most likely as a child hostage. He received Roman citizenship and even received military education to Rome's standard. Later in life, when he became the leader of the Germanic rebels, Arminius's education gave him the ability to predict the Romans' moves. And ultimately, it led to his ability to crush the Roman invaders in his homeland. The bulk of the Germanic warriors fought with arrows, javelins, and spears. Only about a third of the warriors carried swords. Furthermore, they were only protected by flat, long shields that were either oval, rectangular, or hexagonal in shape. Given their huge lack of armament, carefully planned strategy and timing were all they had up against the well-protected and professionally trained Roman army. For more information about the Roman armament, please refer back to our last video. Anyway, here in 9 AD, as the Romans entered Teutoburg Forest, northeast of Osnabrück, Varus brought with him 3 legions, the 17th, 18th, and 19th legions. Along with 3 squadrons of cavalry, he had approximately 10,000 to 15,000 men, or about twice as many Germanic soldiers. At this time, Varus still trusted Arminius completely, and he was unaware of his new loyalty to the Germanic rebels. So, Varus's men were unprepared and not on their guard, as they entered a condensed forest trail which was made worse by rain and muddy conditions. Varus's forces were spread out dangerously thin, which is what Arminius was counting on. Once the Roman lines were stretched out enough, Arminius attacked and prevented the Romans from getting into formation. First, Arminius's men hurled projectiles at Varus from the rear. Then, the Germanic soldiers advanced from both sides with overwhelming numbers. Now, we will show you, using Total War's engine, what this would have looked like in ancient times. Here you see where the obvious advantage lies. The Romans were not expecting an ambush from a well-organized and united rebellion. While Germanic projectiles rained down from above, hordes of Germanic infantry dashed into the Roman lines, using timing and the element of surprise to overcome the unsuspecting Romans. A battle that only took 4 days, this was a complete and utterly humiliating defeat for the Romans. And the very few who had survived were possibly either executed or enslaved. Many officers, and most likely Varus himself, were reported to have taken their own lives by falling on their swords. Following this decisive victory, the Roman forts Garrisons and cities east of the Rhine River were completely swept clean by the Germanic tribes. If one thing is certain, it is that the Germanic people's total annihilation of the Roman soldiers here in Teutoburg Forest was an important turning point in ancient history, where Rome had come to understand its limits. Thank you for watching Ancient Military Tactics, your go-to resource for the strategies and tactics used by ancient militaries throughout history to conquer their foes. We are a brand new channel, and your support would mean the world to us. So, if you liked this video and would like to see more, please subscribe and leave in the comments which ancient military tactic you'd like to see next. Until next time, thank you and have a wonderful day.